Hey, welcome back. It's been a while. It's so lovely to see you folks. It really is. It's such a great thing to be back and playing D&D again. It's just one of those things sometimes, isn't it? Life gets in the way. Not that there's anything wrong with that. These things happen. You know, people fly 5,000 miles across the Atlantic to see their dad and actually want to spend time with him. Who knew? I'm not talking about me. I'm not old enough, of course. So
No, not at all. Grandpappy.
Grandpappy. We're back, and do you know what? We're not going to bother with any introductions or anything like that. We're just going to get straight back into the action because the last time we were together, you had just taken a long rest, piled back into this fortress, using again the same entrance that you used before, and piled into this room, this gigantic room that we can see at the bottom of the map here. I am just trying to find out where the thing is. Oh, it's not going very well. This gigantic room down here, and you had defeated the two beasties that seem to have kind of come back to the state of undeath within this room, and the dust is just settling now on the fight that you just had.
I think, yeah.
So let me just talk about this room just briefly before you go any further. Obviously, it is quite a large room, as you can see. There is, in fact, a large dais at the end of the room here, on which there is a large throne. It looks like a throne, a chair. There is trash everywhere in here. In fact, it's quite difficult to pick your way around. The floor is littered with damaged furniture and just general bits of junk. You could probably clear a path. So, for example, if you wanted to clear a path sort of down this way, you could do so. You could just push some things to one side. It was only take a few minutes. I know that a while back you were trying to look at the whole room, and you were considering searching it, but you didn't get very far until you were jumped by attackers. So that had to be put on hold. So whether you want to continue that is up to you. And as you identified previously, there is a door here, and there is also a door down here as well. So, what are you going to do, folks?
Lovelord's going to advance and put himself onto the dais, unless something jumps in my way in between.
Okay.
I forgot you don't snap to squares on this.
No, that's okay. You can wander down that
Okay.
way. That's absolutely fine. There is going to be a measuring tool introduced into this maps
Fair enough.
system at some point, apparently, which when you move it will show you how far you've moved. But
How far you've...
yeah,
Perfect.
I don't believe they're planning on snap to grid, because here is a very interesting snippet for you folks. I don't know if you know, but actually the grid play in D&D is an optional rule. Did anybody know that? You don't have to play with the grid. Distances are not optional, because obviously some things measure like that, but playing in a grid is entirely optional, which is quite interesting, isn't it? So we play with the grid, but it's an optional rule. You don't have to follow that. So Lovelord, yeah, you get up to that towards that throne.
My intention, having pushed through the trash to get up there, is to have an overview of the entire situation in case things go south.
Okay, so as you get up towards the dais is raised somewhat. It's about it lifts you about 3 feet off the floor, so you could get a view of the dais. But obviously, once you get up there, you do get a slightly better view of the room. You can see the whole room better. But what's interesting to you as you get there is you see that there's something sitting kind of in the chair. And as you get up close to it, you realise that there is a body, an extremely desiccated, ancient sort of body with tatters of clothing, sitting there. But it was almost impossible. The kind of the colour of it and the shape of it was always impossible to see from further down the end of the room. It's only as you get close that you see it. But you step up onto it and you heft your axe and you're ready for action.
And I take a deep sigh and say, Megan!
but it doesn't.
Megan's just a little bit busy. She's basically pulled a little vial out of her backpack, and she's currently glugging a potion of healing.
Fair enough. Why not have a drink?
No long rest for you?
Well, let's just put it this way.
Another long rest.
She's looking a little bit grey around the edges, around the gills.
Seriously? So far, you've had 2 long rests and done about.
She's
6
not asking
Yeah,
for
well,
long rest.
Really?
Yeah, but the problem is every time we come back after a long rest, we have to do the same fight over again.
Well, then, doesn't that tell you that
A learning
maybe
experience.
the tactics need to change? Something needs to,
Nice.
you know.
Yeah, I know.
Probably-
We haven't found what it is we need to stop or do whatever. What?
Where's the dice?
I think it's the
What
weird,
dice?
this
Just
weird
dice.
penis cave that's over there.
Do you want to roll some dice?
Yeah, where's the dice?
Or is the weird penis cave?
You roll the dice on your character sheet.
Where's the dice?
Right. Where's my...
Oh,
I'm
there.
just gonna check the weird penis cave. Okay. All right. Okay. I just oops, no, wrong one. It's
He's going to reveal this so we know that it's not. Come on. Who all thought that was a penis cave? It's just me. Oh, good. There's someone else.
There's. Yes, it just did a roll.
But it didn't.
right.
D4, 2d4 plus
Is
2.
that a bit
No,
less
2
wangy
just.
this time?
Well, it's +2, but yeah.
Yeah.
I can't work out how to write +2 on it. It's changed the dice around. I don't know. Anyway. So 5 + 2, 7.
Is that a bit more jolly, bit less
Yeah, there you go.
accidental wang than yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't see anything.
Open your eyes, man.
Okay.
No.
She's still looking a little raggedy around the edges. She's considering using her other vial.
Well, Varro's going to cast a spell on himself.
Over here, Pete.
Sorry, over what? Over where?
You'll need to zoom
there.
in, mate.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
It was
Okay.
the penis cave
Okay.
presumably because this bit went in and it was sort of a blob around here.
Okay.
I thought it was a cauliflower, to be fair. But once Anthony said it, you can't unsee it.
Sorry.
As soon as one person says penis, that's it.
I'm just doing a bit of a heal there. So.
Not every T-junction is a penis cave.
We need to get that as a decal on the side of the ship.
I feel sorry for the one above because it's like big sacks, small penis.
And there you go.
Sack to stem ratio is not correct.
That's a DM thing.
Do you think the DM likes small pricks?
Oh, my.
Oh dear. You can tell it's been a while.
Yeah.
We got to all get it out of our systems.
That's why John and I get on so well.
Because of your small penis?
I'm a small prick, yeah.
They don't do this on Wednesday nights, John. I don't know.
Just you.
I don't believe you.
You don't draw penises on your maps.
That's true.
You
He
also
doesn't do
can't draw
math.
penises on the maps. You guys can't anymore because I took away your permission to draw things.
Really?
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
knew
right.
What was coming?
The DM.
I knew
This
what was
says the
coming.
DM
And then we'll go around there, and then we'll go around there. And actually, when we get to this end here, we'll shoot out that way, and it's like, of course you will. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't imagine why you took that away from us.
We put the Geo into doing it for us.
Yeah.
We've been able to draw on it for such a long time, and nobody's ever drawn anything on the map.
Yes. What you mean in on Wednesday evenings? That's going to change tomorrow, isn't it?
No, I've drawn on. I've drawn on the map plenty of times. Oh yeah,
Nice.
you do rectangles.
Shape tool. You can do squares, but you can't do rectangles. That's interesting.
You can do overlays, yeah. Square,
Yeah.
circle, cone, line.
Oh, how did you do that?
I don't know who's doing it.
Oh,
He's locked in overlays now.
gosh it! Our plan was scuppered at the last second.
You can have them back when you learn to grow up and be good boys and girls. All right. Until then.
Ah. Ah.
What's really quite
Oh,
interesting
dear.
is that you can actually do even
Yes.
shapes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite nice.
Oh.
So
I know. Let's all spawn in shitloads of Monties, and then we'll position them in a penis fashion.
Oh my. Ah,
Okay.
John, I'm so happy you took the brunt of everyone coming back from 4 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm copping it first before you mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
You wait until Felix
Yeah.
gets in tomorrow. That's it.
Oh. Yeah, Felix to deal with.
poop juice. Right, Lovelore. Yeah. So you're sort of looking at this thing. Do you want to maybe poke around with it, or do you want to do anything? You want to fiddle with it in any way?
So what I did was yell Megan
Yep.
and not poke it. As much as
Okay.
poking it would be what my last character would have done, I'm not going to do that. Hmm.
Megan has downed several potions. Is looking a little less green around the edges.
Okay.
And wanders over.
Yep. You got to bear in mind, right, that moving across this floor ordinarily like this is completely fine. It's only when you are in a stress situation like fighting that it becomes difficult terrain. You can just pick your way across it. You know, anyone can pick their way through a room that's full of stuff. You know, there are gaps in the floor. It's not universally like a problem. Yeah.
Vara's going to start searching around.
Okay,
See if you
so
can find
Vara
them.
will search the room. Anybody else searching?
No, I'm picking my way through the random bits of clutter
Okay.
so I can try and get to this door up the top so I can listen and
Gotcha.
stuff. And I've done it in a roundabout way, so it makes it look like I'm actually taking my steps very carefully.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay, so
There
you're
you go,
listening
you
at
see?
that door. All right. So you've taken up station over there, and you're
Yeah, I can listen at the door, I think.
Okay, that's cool. Right. And Varro is searching. Anybody else searching? JL, are you searching as well? Because you're over there with Varro, is all I was thinking.
No, she's sent you a note.
What
Send me
does
a
this
note.
do again?
In Discord.
So, let me have a look at that. Okay. So, Megan, Lovelore, you're stood there, and Megan comes over, which makes you sort of feel a bit more relaxed because she always knows what to do.
Absolutely.
And the jaw on the corpse moves, because it's sort of slumped in here, and it's just a skull, right? Jaw moves and it goes, "Hello."
I'm sorry. There was a little glitch. What did it say?
Hello.
Just
No, it says hello.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh.
But the weird thing is that you would absolutely swear that it has a Liverpudlian accent. The pair of you are like, "Whoa!"
Megan looks over at JL.
I do
JL
too.
JL is currently doubled over, laughing at the two of you,
Yeah.
as
He's
as
giggling.
both of you sort of your farts sort of disseminate through the air. As both of you are like. JL seems to think this is funny.
He does.
The amount of undeath you've had to deal with here, and yeah, okay, fine.
The corpse just smiles at you. The skeleton just smiles at you.
I mean,
Wait.
it stays smiling, or there's an actual movement.
No, it's just
Okay.
a skull.
He waves and says sorry. Yeah, she'll walk down. She'll continue down the other side of this room. This is a
So
general.
you and Varro
After
are
that.
basically going to wander around the room and search it. Okay. So, given that the fact that you're doing this as a team, I would like a team roll. So, like both of you to roll,
Okay.
and I will
What
take
would you
the
like?
average of the two of you.
Okay. Which is a what?
That's a very good question. My brain isn't working. Hey, weeks off D&D, it works really
Investigation?
well.
Investigation?
Investigation, isn't it?
Investigate. I'm not sure about investigate. When you look around for clues and make deductions based on those clues.
You might deduce the location of a hidden object, discern from the appearance of a wound what kind of weapon dealt it, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Pouring through ancient scrolls. I don't know. It doesn't sound like an investigation check, but
It's more of a
Perception then, yeah?
yeah,
Okay,
wisdom
perception
that you spot. Yeah.
Perception. It's perception or investigation, but we'll go with perception.
Oh, jeez. Roll the one.
JL should probably have done it on her own, but you know.
And the passive one is even higher than the basic one. But
Yeah, we should just let Jael wander around the room, whistling with her hands in her pockets.
I thought that's what we do.
we had been doing
We
that,
didn't know the sunken room, didn't we? We just sent her around.
Yeah,
She
just send her walking.
that's what we do. Send her down the corridor.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
it seems to pick it up.
As she wanders round, she's like, "Oh, that looks shiny."
Yeah, but that's
Well, she might-
that's not for that. That's not for
No.
Yeah.
those sorts of things. That's for traps and that sort of stuff, right? Is what you use passive perception for. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Up to 18 for the normal for the check.
That's 18 plus 7 is
Nine.
25. Half of 25 is 12. So the team score was 12.
Yes.
Okay. Because it's just the two of you looking. Yeah.
Can we not work independently? So one gets an 18 and one gets a 7.
No. If you're looking together, it's a team roll. From now on, if you're doing things as a group, we'll do group rolls. If you're doing things individually, we'll have individual rolls.
Okay. So basically, Varro and JL wander around the room, and Varro is just chatting and laughing to JL and distracting her all the time.
That's basically how it worked. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to look big and clever.
Yeah.
I think she's still sniggering from her earlier joke.
Basically, mansplaining is, you know, oh, no, you need to do it this way.
I can't see Varro as a mansplainer.
Maybe
It
not.
doesn't seem right as, you know.
He's an elf-splainer.
I just didn't see him as being. I just didn't see him as being that kind of guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Lovelord
so
and Megan, what
do
are
we
you
find
up to
anything?
then?
So I'm trying to watch what my buddies are doing in their search, but at the same time, I'm still really weirded out by the skeleton. I know it was a joke, but so it's like watch them do their stuff. Look back over my shoulder. That thing's scary. It's back and forth. And then I also spare a glance over at Shaggy, who's guarding one of the doors carefully.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm doing. I don't know what Megan's doing now. I called her up here. But
Megan is not weirded out by the skeleton at all. She is more than used to seeing death in her life. This does not freak her out at all. So she's basically searching around the area, looking at the skeleton, seeing what's holding it together is what's interesting to her.
Chance, as far as you can tell. You reckon if you touch it, it's just, not a lot of things holding together. There's some few little what look like scraps of clothing and possibly some tiny little bits of flesh. But it seems to be just, it's been there so long, that's the position it's established in.
Okay. So does this look like a throne that it's sitting on, or,
Yeah. Can you make me I would like you to make me an investigation check, please. Megan. Okay. There's something off here, and you couldn't work out what it was as you were looking, and you realise now that it's the skeleton. Mm-hmm. So you've seen bodies stripped of their flesh. In fact, you were the ossuary keeper's assistant for a period of time when you were training. And so you've seen many of your brothers and sisters after their deaths be cleaned and take their rightful places within the wall of bones that sit in the ossuary that is the permanent memorial to your order. But you've seen a number of different species over that time. So you've got a good idea of what a human looks like, what an elf looks like. And so forth. And this thing isn't any of those. Its body shape is strange. Its limbs are just a little bit too long. Its pelvis is too narrow. Its skull is just slightly the wrong shape. And you just find the whole thing... You can't put your finger on the precise reasons why, but it is not any of the species that you would normally interact with. It's something else, and you're not sure what it is.
We came in here, didn't we find a control panel that seemed to have hand things that were just a little bit too large, just a little bit too... A control pad with a hand...
What, on the suspended animation things?
Yeah. There's some controls there that seemed a little strange.
Slightly, a little bit too large, a little bit too...
What about the energy draining handprint things? Were they too big as well? I can't remember how big they were, whether they were, what size they were or not.
I can't remember, actually.
It's been a while ago since we did that.
Just in general, this thing is just, it's either been, it's either someone that's been messed with, but it just doesn't look like anything else that you're used to. And standing there looking at it, the chair is a bit too large. Like, you're stood next to a Goliath. He's a big guy, right? And this thing would have been as tall as him, but much, much narrower. And its eye sockets are strange in the skull. Again, it's one of those things where it's only when you start looking at the details that you notice it. And you wonder why this is. You wonder whether this is why Lovelore is slightly weirded out by it, because he obviously is. He's obviously uncomfortable in the presence of this thing, and you wonder if that's what it is.
Can I tell if it's male or female?
No. There's normally,
No?
you have a reasonable understanding. I'll tell you what, actually, hang on a second. Let's see. You can make hold on just a second. Let me get this right. You can make a medicine check for me. Okay. You're used to the shapes of pelvises being something that gives you an indication. This thing's pelvis is just weird. You couldn't tell whether this was male or female. Its pelvis shape is just wrong. Like, completely wrong.
So kind of like maybe an androgynous type of sort of species, maybe?
It could be. The frontal part of the pelvis doesn't turn in quite the right way. So depending on, you're used to birth being something where, the baby grows inside the mother and is then, birthed. But this thing doesn't have. This thing's pelvis shape is wrong for that, but not like a male's pelvis. It's just weird. There's all these things, all these little bits, and it's only as you stand there and you tick it over in your head, this thing isn't. You've never seen anything like this before. You don't think? I mean, it's possible it's some strange creature, like it could be a fae or something like that. But you don't think so. It just doesn't have the characteristics of something that you would expect, a magical creature or whatever. Just strange. Just doesn't add up. There is something distinctly odd about it. And now you're thinking about it, the other skeletons that you've come across, they're just something about them as well.
Oh, okay.
So far you haven't touched anything, by the way. It's an important point. You've just looked.
No. I have not touched a sausage. Nope.
So if you want to start,
nothing.
Whatever.
I'm just looking over the bones of this skeleton. Is there any obvious sign of injury? Any cut marks? Anything that?
Yes, there is. It looks like the left ribs have been shattered. Now that could have been post-mortem potentially, but it doesn't look like it. You think that it was probably its rib cage was probably stoved in, and that did for it.
Okay.
If you want it touched,
it's come to a violent death.
Looks like it.
You do have a big buddy next to you who's probably would touch it if you said to, because he doesn't know any better.
We need to touch it. I think we've probably gained as much information as we're going to get from it, to be honest.
You've both been quite.
Does it have pockets
around the?
Yeah.
Sorry, what's that? What are you saying, John?
Careful around the skeleton. I wanted to make that point because you think if you nudge the chair, it's probably going to just collapse.
Yeah, I don't think there's much holding this together, so
no.
We'll treat it with a decent amount of respect, I think.
It's fine.
I think it's given us as much information as it's going to give us. I'm not sure what else it can tell us.
Why is it staying dead and the rest of them were jumping up and attacking us?
So far, you've come across 3 different types of undead. There was a bunch of skeletons that were really quite ineffective. They were almost ragtag parts of things. You've come across the flame skulls, which are just skulls. Animated skulls. Right? And you've come across 2 of these strange glimmer creatures, which are these just force creatures. JL, you're poking around in here, and Varro is wandering around after you, and he's just, I mean, he's a delight to be with. He's just talking about all these amazing things. But you are trying to stick to the job in hand, and Varro's not. He's, you're just chat, and you pick up like it's the edge of what looks like it might have been a broken piece of table. So you just pick that up and kind of look underneath it, just because you're intrigued to see what might be on the floor around here. And a skull rolls out from underneath it, and sort of it kind of rolls out and just kind of sits on its side, rocking gently.
As you do.
Look at it. I think can I examine that without touching it?
Yeah. How do you want to do that?
I've got a magnifying glass, so I'll kneel down and have a poke, have a peer around it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you kind of have to move the table to one side. Actually, Varro helps you, and you just pick it up, sort of shift it to one side. Otherwise, where you'd put it down would be back over the thing. You think it was sort of shoved up against some other stuff. You realise as you move the bit of table out of the way, there's some other bones kind of loosely in there as well. Yeah. Can you make me an investigation check, please?
Oops. I should get advantage with the magnifying glass. Well, it's the same. So.
Okay. 18 then, yeah?
Get some more monster juice.
11.
No, 7 plus 4 plus 7, because you rolled it twice, didn't you? You said you as advantage, but you didn't roll advantage. You just rolled it twice.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to tell you, but I feel like it's fair. If it's with advantage, then yeah.
I thought it was just 2 7 plus 4, so the didn't mind.
It's 1d20 plus 4, right? And you said with advantage, so with advantage you'd roll 2 dice, 2d20. Oh, sorry, no, you wouldn't. No. Oh, that just shows you how long it's been. My brain's not working. Thank you. Yeah, I'll shut up now. Okay. Goodbye. Yes, it's 11. Okay. I mean, looks like a skull to you.
Anna, what do you make of this? Pointing at it.
I'll have a look.
Anything magical, do you think?
Good question.
Is it a frisbee?
That's a good question. Yeah, so I'm gonna let's have a look at this. Concentration for 10 minutes. Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Is that on the room?
It says the presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
Within 30 feet of me. Well, if you want to move over to where JL is.
If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. Can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So it should go through any of the debris in this room. So yeah, I'm going to have a walk around the room.
Is it a circular thing or is it
within 30 feet of me? So yes.
It stays up long enough for you to wander around the room?
Up to 10 minutes.
So. Nice.
Concentration or up to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's a good call. Let's do it.
It'll be a circle, won't it, John?
I thought I was drawing a circle, then I realised it was a square again. Bloody thing. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Oh, great. Come on, there's got to be a way of doing that. Oh no, now I'm moving around. This is wrong.
That is the annoying thing, isn't it? When you want to draw a circle, you really want to draw it from the centre out.
Yes, you always do.
Actually, when I was using the shape tool, it did that, I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. Within 30 feet, so it's a 30-foot radius.
There you go.
15, 20,
It was pretty much most of the room then. In terms of...
I can't move. I can't move it.
No. Let me check something, will you?
We lost that option, remember?
I know. But someone couldn't play with their toys. He's just ruining it for the rest of us.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you.
Yes.
Yes. So that was the thing.
If you sense magic, yeah. If you sense magic,
I don't actually think that this has any value at all.
not really. No, I mean,
If you just walk down the centre of the room,
I mean, I'll basically walk around the perimeter of the room.
Yes.
I think you just walk down the
around
centre of the
a
room.
bit and see if anything. Walk,
Exciting.
look around. Walk, look around. You're going to do that. Okay, but before you do that, there's a skull to look at.
Yes. Is it radiating magic? I'll concentrate and check.
You can use your action, this not irrelevant at this point, to see a faint aura or an invisible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And you learn its school of magic, if any.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Could it possibly be radiating necromantic magic?
Funnily enough, it is, yes.
Right. Yep. Okay. JL. Yeah, don't touch that. That is radiating necromancy.
It's very faint, though. Very, very faint.
I wonder if that's the original body of those creatures we fought. Those light creatures.
Maybe. And if it gets stronger as if it gets stronger as the time passes until they respawn, maybe.
Possible.
We
might be able to. Yeah, if we can dispose of it or lock it in the room or something. Should we search around see if we can find another one? So, there we go. Well, using my detect magic.
Yeah.
See if you can find another skull.
Can I find another skull and bones? Yes, in this room.
See if you can find another skull and bones in this room.
Yes.
One sitting on the dice, you mean?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Don, I move to the bottom door. Take guard there.
Okay, no worries.
Is there actually a wall in this bottom corner, or is it just
Right,
not
JL,
sure.
can I
Is there?
just ask a quick question?
Yes.
You saw where the bones came out of. Are you doing anything more, or are you just kind of wandering off?
No, I'll have a look and.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if there's a body there might be personal possessions.
Yes, have a look around and see if there's anything else under the table. What, sorry?
Are you touching the bones? You'll need to move a bunch of things around, and that'll move the bones if you want to get into where the things are there.
Well, see what Varro says if they're radiating magic as well beforehand.
If we've defeated this, we defeated this thing. So, based on what we've seen before, they take a while to reappear. Mm-hmm. Can take them several hours to reappear, and the magic on those bones is very dim. So, I think it's probably safe to move the bones.
I'll see if I can find some kind of bit of stick or something to poke the away with.
If you stand back, I can use Mage Hand on it.
That'd work.
I'd just like to remind you that you moved that in looking underneath something, you moved the table. Couldn't see underneath it. You moved it out of the way, and the skull rolled across the floor, and is currently laying on its side on the floor.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I think you're probably safe.
My question was, are you going to touch them? Really?
Not with my hands.
Okay.
Yeah, use a chair leg or something to put it out.
Yeah.
All right, so you poke around in this area underneath. I mean, these literally just shattered bits of bone. The fact that the skull is still reasonably intact is quite amazing. But there are otherwise it's shattered bits of bone. But you do recognise that there's various kind of old bits of what look like cloth and leather, and you sort of poke through those. You literally just grab a stick because there's various bits of wood and stuff.
Yeah.
You just poke through the stuff, just checking through it. And there's what looks like a bag, looking like it would have been like a messenger bag. It's made out of leather, but it is hard. It's basically not. I mean, it's like solid. Yeah, made out of some kind of animal hide. And you sort of, but it's the only thing in there that's intact. I mean, it's all cracked, and it is a solid lump. It's got various weird things sort of stuck to the bottom. I mean, all this stuff is so old, it's not really, it's decayed, but it's the only thing that's intact in there. And you sort of sweep it out and look at it, put it at your feet and look at it.
It's interesting. And Pharaoh's still within range. Do you sense anything from this, Pharaoh? Anything magic?
Any magic in the bag?
No.
Nope.
Okay, she'll pick it up.
Okay.
And put it in a sack.
You're going to pick it up and put it in a sack and keep it to one side. You're not going to
Yes.
try.
Okay. Not gonna just open it. Just
it's
open
kind of a solid mess.
Okay.
It's kind of you can imagine like a messenger bag with a flap over it, right?
Yeah.
So you imagine the classical picture of the kind of the bag of holding, that type of thing. It's not ornate.
Yeah.
It's a very simple bag. Okay. It's not a bag of holding because if it was, it would be magical, right? So, but it's that kind of thing. It's this very standard messenger bag with a flap over it, which would have had a buckle on it. The buckle is sort of, there's still bits of it there, but it's knackered and it would flap open. But you can't flap it open because the whole thing is just sort of going on, because it's so old, it's decayed to the point where it's basically a block. So what you'll have to do is break the top off and then kind of pull it apart to see if there's anything inside.
Add a little bit of oil to it just to help.
There really isn't any way.
It's not making a difference.
It's not like it's got hinges or anything like that. I mean, it would all been of leather, and this leather is just solid.
It's just too old.
Just going to get oily hands.
Yeah, I'll use. I've either got. I'll use a crowbar or a dagger to just try and pry it open.
Yeah, I mean,
carefully.
You're being careful. You're being circumspect. It's the old. I'm not going to just break it open. That's fine. And you pick your way through it. And inside is this there's this, in one corner there's like this black mass. So you think there was possibly some bits of paper in here, but they're literally just they're like dust when you open it up. So they may well have been a book or some notes or something like that. There's something that might once have been a quill. Those kind of things are in here. It was someone's kind of day bag. But there's this kind of black mass in one corner.
Someone's old sandwich.
And it looks like it's something wrapped in something, but you don't really know.
Right. Okay.
You sort of put it to one side. It's kind of sat there on the floor. And there's something about the shape of it that sort of triggers a thought, but you can't think what that is. It's something. It's something. You're kind of thinking, but there's something you can't quite add up. You sort of just sit there looking at this shape. The rest of it is, there doesn't appear to be anything else that's of value to you. But there's something about this kind of nasty mess. You kind of don't want to touch it, but on the other hand, you feel like maybe you should find out what's in there, but you don't really know what to do. You're stuck in kind of looking at it, going, "That's something about that is triggering me," but I can't think why. It's setting off alarm bells in my head.
I'll use the water. I'll use the jug and pour some water on it and try and see if it cleans anything up.
It's wet. So rather than just being mucky, now it's wet. It's about this kind of length. The whole thing.
Yeah.
About.
You know what's really good for cleaning.
Kind of a bit fatter in the middle and then sort of a bit thinner at the ends. Like a sort of beef olive.
Yeah.
That was a really.
But you know what's really good for cleaning old things? Mayonnaise.
I've used water now, so I've got to wait till tomorrow for the mayonnaise.
What are we going to do for lunch?
Why? 16 litres of mayonnaise per day.
We've got some jars saved down in the pools.
Yeah.
Our all mayonnaise diet that we're on.
I just make a batch in the morning and dump it into the trough.
Are you you know, I don't know whether you're asking anyone else or anything like that. By the way, Lovelore and Shaggy, very quiet. You've both been listening intently. You've been listening to the noise they've been making. You've been listening to the things that they've been saying, and you've been listening at the door quite regularly, keeping an eye on the bottom of the door. Doesn't appear to be anything.
Well,
These
well,
doors
okay, so
seem to
keep
open
an eye on-
away from you, I should say.
right.
Yeah. So I've been round the room.
We've been down to my scully.
Yeah, I've been down the end there.
Yeah,
so
so the skull-
is
that's
that
in
one
the-
radiating?
It is. It's skull,
necromancy?
but not the rest of the
Yeah.
skeleton. Just the skull is radiating very faint magic as well.
Okay. Right. So if we take these two skulls, how about we take these two skulls and we dump them in another room,
Really?
like we
What
did.
about
with
what about the skeleton
flaming
on
skull.
the hey, what about the skeleton up here on this dais? Have you checked it for
Yeah.
crap?
So the skull is the same.
Okay.
So
Hey,
there's
Shaggy.
two magical skulls in here,
Hmm.
and there were two glimmer creatures.
Hmm.
So I think that's possibly connected. So maybe if we take the skulls out of this room, we can make the room safe in the sense that we can come through here again.
Put
Okay.
them in the water room, maybe.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Wherever that
I'll
is.
pop them in the water room, maybe. Pull the door to.
That's a fair way away.
Is it?
It's further than I thought, actually.
Okay. Or maybe into the room with the. Oh, well, but they're popped, aren't they, scullies?
Yeah, you basically got to go down 2 floors to get to the water room.
Okay. So what about the room with the scullies in? Have they repopped yet? They're
So
repopped, haven't they?
Can't we turn it in this room?
yeah, so I think we put the ones with the flaming skulls into the room above that.
Yeah,
More
because that's
above
got a
Because that has a
lock
lockable
on it,
door.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
can I
let's
just
put them in.
remind
Let's
you-
put them in.
and just remind you
Yeah.
that the glimmers
They go to the wall.
passed through.
They did pass through.
They're incorporeal.
Yeah. Yes, they did, but they didn't trigger until we actually entered the room. So even though they can pass through walls, they may not come out of that room.
They may need you to enter into their room to trigger them.
Yeah.
Or may need to sneak past them.
Yeah.
I would.
Or we
take
can delay this
the
decision
whole
a bit.
bodies, both of the bodies, the whole lot, the whole skeletons, and dump the whole lot in there, not just the skulls. We know that
Oh, fair enough.
we know that the skulls have magic, but it could be that. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way: it can't hurt.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't think it can hurt. I mean, famous last words, but
Yeah. Can you not just smash the crap out of them?
Well, possible, but
Oh, we need to put them somewhere. Now they're powder. What do you think?
Yeah.
well, we could do both. Why don't we do both? We'll take them into the other room and smash the crap out of them.
Okay, I'm on it. I'll do the smashing. Let's go.
Okay.
And let's do that before my
So-
10 minutes is up, so I can see if this necromantic
Right,
magic
so you take the
disappears.
skulls. Who's carrying them and how?
I've got the axe, so you guys can freaking carry them.
Well, I'm going to use Mage Hand.
Pop it onto. Is there some remnants of fabric left in this room?
Yeah, I mean,
Can-
you can. You've all
Put
got
them onto
some-
fabric
you've
and
all
then
got
just
a
take them
sack or
onto-
two or whatever. I mean, it's really
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
We will carry
Take
them
them
without
into a sack.
touching.
Take the sack
Yeah.
through
Who's,
to the room.
who's
Do it
doing
without
it? Is what I was
touching.
asking.
Well, I'm doing one of them
Right,
with Mage Hand.
Varro.
You can probably do all of them with the mage hand. 10 pounds.
Yeah, one's just holding the sack open. He's mage handing them into the sack. There you
Okay.
go. How's that?
Fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that that's you, Megan.
Yep, I'll do that.
Okay, so you pop them in the sack and you wander around into here, into here,
Yeah.
Yep.
into here.
Yeah.
There in the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You wander around into here. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't need to move the tokens. It's fine. Leave the tokens
Done.
out.
Yeah.
It's fine. And you all go around there. You put them on the floor, and
beat the
Smash, smash, smash.
exactly.
And then I
Someone
walk back.
beats the snot out of these things. It literally stands there
Makes me
just
feel
going,
better.
Smash, 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 smash. It's like he's really getting revenge, right?
Oh yeah,
Piling on these things until they're like,
it is so good.
The biggest piece that's left is probably about the size of a penny. It's like he's just wailed on these things, and for good measure, he actually stamps on them at the end as well because he's just
Absolutely. Stamp, grind.
Go on then. What magical aura have they got left? And the answer is there's no magical aura left. They've been pretty much destroyed. But you're like, okay,
Very good.
So you dump the bones out in there as well, and leave the room.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you kind of wonder if there was an adventuring party that came into this place after us, and there's the DM describing, and you find a sack in a room, and it's got all these fragments of bone in it. You don't know why.
That's the next group.
That's a nice. I like the idea of a dungeon that you go to, and you just as you're going through, you find these things that other
post-adventuring
players have
party
done.
dungeon.
Yeah, there's a trap,
That's
but
it.
there's a trap. There's some blood. There's some blood stains on the trap, but there's also a bunch of things hammered into it, spikes to disable it. And there's this and there's that. And
The
as you
finger
go
caught
along,
it. The finger caught in a hinge or something.
Yeah.
Weird jury-rigged contraptions and stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually cool. Yeah.
Yeah. While everyone's coming back in the room again, I'll point. I'll flag everyone down to point at the wet, soggy blob.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Everyone have a look at the
What is that? That's
That's
gross.
It wasn't moist until I doused it.
Ugh.
Well, at least you didn't dance it in
Is everybody
mayonnaise.
going over and having a look, or just
yeah. And go over and have a look. Yeah.
okay?
JL, she have good decision making.
So Varro,
Is it
Varro and Megan, yeah.
Yeah. Is it magical? For a start.
No, we've
Not
already
magical.
established it's not.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
Me to stomp on this one too.
No, it
Oh,
reminds
okay.
me of something, but I can't put my finger on it.
What did
I
it
wouldn't put
remind
your
us
finger
of?
on it.
Can we have a team roll? I think the person to do that actually, if you like, is Shaggy. And really, it's just an intelligence check. That's all it is. I just want to straight up.
Can we not just assist him so he gets?
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to make the roll.
probably-
So what-
He's going to make the roll on behalf of everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll assist, and he can,
You can roll it at advantage
take an advantage. Yeah.
because you're basically having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
You want me to stomp on it, Shaggy? I'll stomp on it. Stomp.
You got an 8 and an 18.
That's
so the 18's
that's
so you're
that's
talking
my,
about it,
help.
and Shaggy sort of goes and then produces this sort of his pseudopod sort of produces this hexagonal crystal.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
found in
The
box.
key.
And he sort of reaches over, his arm just sort of extends, and he kind of sizes it up. And there's, despite the fact that he doesn't have any eyes, there is this sort of quizzical look on his face. And then somewhere the crystal just sort of disappears back into. You're not quite sure whether it's. Well, you're not quite sure where it's gone, but it's gone.
Where did we get that crystal from? Oh yeah,
The last time we played.
yeah. The one. Actually, that was from the underwater room, is where we originally found it.
Yeah, it was from that
In the
box
rusty
that
box.
we
Yeah.
opened.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hexagonal. We thought it was a key because it was milky. And we
Yeah.
also got a pendant on the same night.
That's right. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where we got it from.
Mm-hmm.
So, do the key's gone into the thing? Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, we don't know what these things are for. We've not found anywhere to use these things yet.
No.
No.
You found the hexagonal crystal that you thought might be a key. You've kept hold of.
Yeah.
But beyond
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
you just found the one. So
Yeah, we're hoping that
might
at
be
some
useful
point later.
We'll keep holding
Yeah.
it.
Can I unwrap this thing then? This
Right. So you're going to pick it up and unwrap it.
thing.
Ew, it's gross. It's all wet.
Well, I made it wet,
It's
so
all wet,
I'll volunteer
it was
to
nice and
unwrap
dry
it.
before. Yeah. What you do is you whip out a little dagger and you just sort of gently cut away. It was mostly fabric actually, which seems to sort of glommed onto it in this fashion. So you can cut that away, and then you underneath there is indeed a very, very similar size. In fact, it's the same length, but it's triangular.
Oh,
So the
okay.
end is triangular, but like the other one, it has this shape within it, this sort of milky shape. So it's very similar. In fact, you hand it over to Shaggy and go, and Shaggy, you look at it, you turn it over again, and it's very similar. It's a different things inside.
I'll stick that with the hex one.
Like keeper of the crystals, keeper of the shapes.
yes.
You do know there's going to be a pot with a round lid that's going to have holes in that you're going to need to.
What's going to have like a little hammer?
Yeah.
We found that glass bowl we can put them in temporarily.
Of course, are these the same shapes that we had to trigger to get in here? Do you remember?
Oh, there were different shaped portals, weren't there, in the stations that surrounded this castle?
Yeah.
What shapes were they again?
They were circles, a square, and a triangle.
Yeah.
Circle, a square, and a triangle. Well, one of these is a hexagon, so.
Maybe the hexagon goes in the middle of the three, so you can point to which one you want to go to. Maybe the hexagon is the planet, and the other three are they're not satellite. What were they? They were like moons or something.
Station things, yeah.
Stations.
Yeah.
So maybe you have to unlock, but to get out, maybe we need the hex key in the middle.
Mm.
And then do that. So if I'm right, we then need two more, don't we?
We need to and also the place to use them, because at the moment we don't know where to use these things.
True.
Anyway, I think we've done enough in here. Shall we move on through one of these doors?
Yep.
That's my vote.
Is the rest of this wall continuous, or because there's no black line on it? But is there no door down here? Is there?
I can see the black line, but there's no grey line.
Yeah, there's no shadow line.
No.
Whereabouts? Just.
Yes, there.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, perfect.
Couldn't quite tell if there was a wall or not, or a door there. Thank you. But yeah, definitely worth keeping an eye out for crystal for more of these. But they weren't given off magic, so we have to do them search manually.
Harder to find.
Yeah.
But Barrow definitely thought that it wasn't a gem, so we were scratching our bonnets about what it could be.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, who knows? They could be like collectible figurines from
Maybe that was in space.
Yeah. Warhammer 40k aliens.
Could be demon
So
summoning
part of a
crystals, which
3D
put them in the right
chess
alignment,
piece.
You know.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So yeah.
Okay.
Door number one.
Come on, let's look at the door. Off you go,
so,
JL. Put your passive perception to the test.
Hop along the middle of the room.
Yeah, pick a door. Any door.
Okay.
I like that door as well.
Anything magic beyond that door? What's the door made of?
First of all, your thing has run out, mate.
Oh,
Plus
fair
also,
enough.
these doors are made of stone, remember?
Are they? Okay, fair enough. Yep.
Anything different to this door, or is it similar to what we've seen? the other doors we've come across?
No, it's the same as all the others. Or, well, you know, in as much as any are. Yeah.
Oh, they'd have to be what? They'd have to be 1 foot stone thick to block detect magic. By
They
the way,
are, yes.
They're a
heavy
foot
stone
thick.
doors. All of them.
1 foot thick.
Yeah. Big,
Oh,
thick,
crap.
heavy stone doors.
All right, that's massive.
Now that we've
sorry, they're
taken
not.
the
You're right. They're
skeleton,
much, much thinner, but in the middle they have a plate of metal that holds them together.
I'm not going to argue.
now that we've
No.
taken the skeleton off the chair, can we investigate the chair? Just do a little bit of checking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you did. I'm going to assume you looked it over and you had a good search around because you were doing a lot of visual checks, and once you'd moved all that stuff, you had a check over, and it's just a chair as far as you can tell, and a very ornate, very beautifully carved chair, but just a chair.
Can we get it back to the ship?
And Varro, your 10 minutes is now expired.
Okay.
All right, let's give this door a go then and see what we
Okay.
find.
Alrighty then.
You would think adventurers would be into the antique furniture business.
I
Wouldn't they?
let her out. I couldn't
Mhm.
get her back in.
Brown furniture doesn't sell for what it used to.
That's true.
Mm.
It's all modernist these days.
Yeah.
Scandi chic.
That's what you see, JL.
She's having a bit of a flashback to previous encounters with spikes.
Don't forget to check for traps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's better at passively checking for traps. Better to just wander in. Because there's always the possibility of rolling poorly.
And should she need to make a dex save, that's about +8 as well. So you know.
Yeah.
I will.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's just fine. It's not bad dex. Yeah.
So I'll come over to here so I can see you. That way I can cast Featherfall if you disappear. If
Down a
the
hole.
floor opens up underneath you, I can Featherfall.
I'm not sensing any danger in this little corridor, but
No.
I'll try and thaumaturgy the other door open.
You,
No, it's a 1 foot thick stone door. You're never going to move that with
Metal.
and metal, lead in the middle.
yeah, it's held together by a sheet of lead. Didn't I not tell you?
It doesn't say how heavy it is. It doesn't say if it causes an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut.
It does.
Oh,
You
well,
could
there we
theoretically
go.
do it on the palace gate that was the well he couldn't actually because it's not a gate, it's a door. But you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as a DM I would scotch really big things. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not but these are just doors.
No marching up to the Storm Giant Citadel and flinging the doors open.
Exactly.
It would seem to be excessive. Funny, but excessive. Right. Okay. So
Everyone's eye line
fling the other door open,
drops
yeah?
by 4 feet.
Okay, you fling the other door open.
Can you see anything from in there from this distance?
So it's a room.
Actually, she's gonna misty step
What?
Ooh, is she really?
into the room.
Ah,
Because she's worried about the
Why
floor
is she
for
going
that.
to Misty Step, and where is she going to Misty Step to?
Well, probably the.
How did you open that? Oh, thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy, yeah. Oops, I can't. Oh, it's this one. I probably go to there. Well, there may not be any need to misty step. She'll walk through.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone else has
Been
got
a bit
touch.
cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. she'll kind of hop from one square to one
Fine.
to the
She
next.
walks forward. Everything is fine. You're in a room.
Yes.
It's 20 feet square, ish.
Mm-hmm.
There is a set of stairs
Oh, here, yeah.
just here.
Going
And they're
down.
going down. Yeah.
Really?
Ah, boy.
Can I just pause for a moment and ask a question? Is everybody familiar with someone called Janelle Jacques?
What?
I think so.
No.
Janelle Jacques. She died recently.
Sorry?
She died, and she was a designer, an RPG designer, and she is famous for kind of originating the idea of dungeons that were not linear.
Okay.
She was one of the first people to design and think of spaces differently and basically go, okay, well, there's multiple things here and you can get in and you can do this, you can do that and all the rest of it. I'm trying to remember what the particular thing is that she was the particular adventure. Let me remember. But she died. She died in January of this year. She began playing D&D in 1975, and wrote various things. She was. She worked on. I'm just trying to think. Caverns of Thracia.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, and it was one of those. Well, it was a Judges Guild product from 1979, so it was one of those very early, early in the in the history of role playing products. But what was interesting was the way in which she thought about the maps that went into it and the way that the maps were layered and connected, and it wasn't just one way. It was multiple ways and multiple layers and multiple bits of thinking. And this, as you might have realised by now, where I'm getting to is that this particular scenario and this particular situation that you find yourself in is very much kind of my tribute to her. And her thinking on these things, and it still amazes me that you've taken consistently one route, you've gone out by the same route, come back in by the same route, gone out by the same route, come back in by the same route, and you keep going, oh, it's really hard because we have to fight these same monsters again. I'm going, but you're going out by the same route and coming back in by the same route, and there's always entrances and exits, and there's all these things going on. Like, it's a trap.
Yeah, but to be fair,
black bar within seconds. It's like, okay, fine. So, I just wanted to mention that because we found another set of stairs. It's like, more stairs, just to give you the fact that there is
lots of things going on. Yeah, levels.
The structure of this is not linear.
Yeah.
Even though you've treated it that way.
Or it gave me the idea that there was more stairs.
Yeah, can you not see them?
Yeah, they look very good. As stairs go, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're stairs with an arrow and everything.
I know, right? So we know that which way they go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I had to quickly draw an arrow on because I knew Pete would complain otherwise, and quite rightly so.
Yeah.
Yes, quite right.
Shame about all the other stairs on the map, but
I must have hit delete all the bloody things. Bugger.
We're getting there with it.
No,
Sorry.
It's got an arrow on, Luke.
Okay. Is there anything else of interest about the room?
No, in actual fact, it is empty, and it looks like it's been swept clean. Like it's pretty, unlike the chaos of the previous room that you're in, where it really was chaotic. In here, it's just tidy.
Yeah.
It is the cleanest and tidiest room that we've encountered so far.
It is. Yes.
It is. Okay.
Unquestionably.
Well, I mean, I did kind of theorise that the doors behind the dais would probably lead to sort of the more important rooms.
Someone's been doing some housekeeping, maybe. Or whatever happened out there did not happen in here, or somebody cleaned up.
Oh no, Shaggy's off the other door.
Making sure no one comes through.
So my question is, you all are carrying on.
Yeah,
Where you were
let's look through this level first. I would suggest before we start going downstairs.
Or this way.
I reckon Monty, Megan, and Shaggy should go through the bottom door. Let's split up and investigate.
What can go wrong, frankly?
It makes sense. I mean,
right? Megan's got my back.
You can do twice as much.
Megan's got your back. She could push you forward.
Yeah.
Just tell me where you're going, folks, and I will open the map up for
Megan
you.
grabs hold of what she thinks is kind of Shaggy's gruff.
Yeah.
Holds him back. We're not going through there till the rest of the team come back.
Oh, my darling. Can you just rub that up and down a bit?
You don't. I mean, to be fair, you don't know where the reproductive organs are of that particular species.
He probably puts them wherever he wants them.
Then might
And
as
just
well.
now, it was in the scruff of my neck. Dear.
Okay, we have a open door and a bit of corridor.
You do. You know. Like
Okay, hang on. Right, hang on. Who's where? Where's Oh, Lovelaw's gone that way. Right.
You don't like the look of this.
Okay, we're gonna go check out the other door, are we?
I think we should just check it out, just,
All
to
right.
ease Shaggy's.
Never leave a door unlocked.
Corridor looked a bit dodgy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does to me too. Go ahead, Jay out. Do your wonders.
Give it a push.
Okay, I push Jay out. Oh,
Orn scratches down the door slowly.
oh,
Oh, interesting.
oh,
And another way. Okay.
oh.
And a door.
There's a very, very distinct smell that assails your nostrils once you've opened this door.
Uh-oh.
You recognise the smell, or is it just a strong?
I'll just
Oh,
come back
God.
in a second.
Okay.
I was building tension. Just here is the remnants of what might once have been some kind of hanging, almost like a curtain, like a bead curtain. It's just tatters now. But the smell that assails you is a kind of burned smell. It's kind of a. It's not burning in the sense of wood smoke burning or those kind of things, although there is an element of that. But a kind of you quickly recognise it's cooking. It's old cooking smell. And you sort of wander forward and look round the corner, and this is a kitchen.
I said it was the most important rooms.
Yeah. Sandwiches. We found the sandwiches.
We got the mayonnaise in the backpack.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, tomorrow morning.
It's a bit of a mess, this place. It's not trashed like the room you've just been in.
It's not
but
clean.
It's more like it's been tidied up. So whoever was here was probably doing some things and then left in a hurry. And so you've just got the remains of whatever they were doing. I mean, you can't tell. It's not... you can see some pots and pans and some knives and things of that nature. And as far as you can see from where you are, as I say, you've crept forward and looked round the corner. but you can't see. Yeah, don't worry about moving. You're safe to move.
Yeah.
If you want to move your token forward, I'm kind of assuming that you crept forward and looked around. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no obvious bodies in here or anything like that you can see. There might be the remnants of some foodstuffs on some of the tables, that whatever, and the cook spaces down this side of the room.
Nothing, no pots I can see that have got a lid on or something that might have a bag or a gem or something in it.
Yeah, I mean there are some things like that. You want to just sort of wander down and pick the.
Yeah, I'll rummage through just to see if anyone.
It's just literally kind of like black marks inside. It's all.
Yeah.
Check the muesli bags and sacks, because everybody puts their cash in the breakfast cereals.
Right,
is that why I keep getting free gifts?
Yeah. Last time I got a Green Lantern ring. The fucker didn't work.
You get CDs in those, don't we?
Green Lantern.
My ring turned into a Green Lantern. It's never gone back to a ring.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The room that we came out of, John, with the dais.
Yep.
You said it was just piled with trash.
Is it a lot of trash on the floor? Basically, yeah. So,
does it look like the?
Sorry, you go.
Okay. Does it look like the trash from that room? And therefore, when we come in these other rooms, we would expect them to be bare because everything got yanked out into that room?
No.
Or is that okay?
No, you think that the best that you can tell is that this was probably it could have been a grand dining hall or something of that. As far as you can tell, most of the trash on the floor is the remnants of furniture. So it's tables and chairs
from that room.
Yeah, from that room, and other things. You spot like cutlery and smashed up plates and mugs and things like that. I mean, nothing of any value. You have picked around the room and looked for things. Yeah. Not completely comprehensively. You have looked around and you've not found anything.
But it wasn't like the den of something that everything got pulled into that one area.
No.
Like a nest.
It's from that place.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you think it's from that room.
That's all I wanted to know.
Yeah.
For my brain. Got it.
Yeah. Bear in mind that, as I say, you can walk across the floor. It's just that from a combat perspective, there's just too many things to catch your foot on and all the rest of it. So it's not like a flat floor that you can fight on. It's
got it.
Too many things all over the place to move around safely.
Difficult terrain. Got it.
That's why.
Did the things in the kitchen seem of that similar, slightly bigger size as well that the chair was, or was that kind of more? Were they kind of the normal size we were expecting?
So you think the chair was just a large chair? You think that if that you would all fit in that throne? You'd all be able to sit on it. It's not like you'd sit on it and your feet would be dangling. Suddenly look like a toddler. The difference is that the creature that was in it is Lovelaw's height.
Yeah, it's tall and spindly.
But width-wise is probably closer to JL.
Okay.
Quite slight, quite narrow, but tall.
Okay.
So what do we going to go? What do we think? This way?
Yep. There's a door ahead. Let's check it.
There's something about this door that's different to all the others.
Okay.
All the others. Oh.
Yep. This door is definitely different. It just
material
different. It's latched differently. It's got a different. It's got this kind of heavy latch on it. It's much more kind of metal bound and all these sorts of things. It's a strange thing.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe.
This looks like a Vero problem.
Yeah.
If this is the kitchen, then that is probably the cold
room. Yeah.
With all the locks?
I didn't say locks. I said
Well, that's where they keep the alcohol and stuff.
Am I detecting any bad vibes of it? In terms of like
No, you don't think so. It's just
nothing.
different.
Okay.
With all the
cold still.
dead things coming back to life here, just beware of undead cattle,
Chicken.
chickens.
It is cold.
Oh, yeah.
It is still cool in here, JL. It's obviously a cold store. It's still cold in here, and there's still lots of kind of, well, it's actually kind of freezing cold, and everything is sort of rimed with frost. So as you open the door, you kind of get that blast of frozen blast. There's obviously some kind of magic keeping it cool still. Are you going to go
he's not keen on cold.
around? There's things hanging from the ceiling and.
I mean, it's worth having a look round because we found that rusty iron box in.
We did
in a pit in the flooded room in the basement. So,
anybody want to have a look? I'm not.
Yeah, Vera's good with the cold.
but I'm rubbish.
I
I'm rubbish at finding things.
I'll come in. Very quickly run around.
Okay.
I've got some ability thing for cold.
Okay. You
find
go
it.
in
It's
the room
the
and
first one.
start sort of, you kind of have to sort of, there's things hanging, there's like meat hanging from the ceiling, you have to sort of push out the way.
Okay.
And there is a body in the corner.
What?
Frozen. There is a frozen body. It doesn't wake up and start trying to eat you or anything.
Really?
It's sitting in this corner. Whatever it is, you don't think it's not the same as the creature that was in the chair. It clearly isn't, because it's quite a bit shorter. It's about 4'6". It's kind of a bit stocky. It's
the flesh
somewhat
still on
reminiscent
bones?
of a dwarf, but it doesn't have a beard. It's a strange thing. It's sort of frozen
Question.
in the corner,
Sorry?
like it.
You asked the question for me.
Like it can't
I
get
didn't.
out.
Oh,
Yeah,
We have a
There's
question.
So Varro, you're stood there, and there's a clunk, and the door closes.
What the?
Okay.
You had
Sorry,
a
there was
question before.
there was
Just
a
a question.
question.
Go for the question, Christine. I'm listening.
I said, is it a skeleton or is there flesh on the body?
No, it's flesh. It's a fleshy body.
Okay.
Yeah, his
Okay.
door just swung closed.
Well, we'll see. They wanted some time alone together.
Well,
A
that ain't. I go open it.
little bit cold, but there's
Some
Or a
wind
tip.
has broken off the latch on the inside of the door. You can't
Okay.
open it.
Anyway,
Froze in there.
Barrow's going to go and open the door from the outside.
Right. Lovelaw's like, thanks.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, someone's busted the lock
Yeah.
off. They busted the
Yeah.
handle. It had one, but someone's broken it off.
That's.
Barrow will stand there and just hold the door open for
Yep, that's
while
cool.
they search.
That's the easiest way to do it. Just stand there
Okay.
and make sure it's open. Yeah.
That's why the
I'm
body's in there, though. It got caught in there.
Yeah.
Died.
Yeah.
I'm gonna frisk it
Has he
Yeah,
got
as I
anything
say-
anything on the
as
body?
best as possible.
Yep, that's the question.
Sorry? You gonna...
Jail's gonna frisk it.
Frisk the body. Any keys to a spaceship, anything like that?
You think this was probably some kind of servant? They're not carrying anything
Important.
anything important, no. Plus also it's...
Is the handle on the floor?
no, you don't know where that's
That.
from.
Okay.
It looks broken. It looks, if you look on the, when you look in the hole, it looks like someone has deliberately broken it and snapped off.
Great. All right. I guess we've seen what we can see.
Nothing else.
No
is jumping
key
out
on
at
the
me,
body, nothing like that. Blah blah blah. Okay.
No.
I'll move the body to one side just in case it's sitting on anything.
Fair enough.
It's not even sitting. It's sort of slumped in one corner. So you kind of
Okay.
you almost kind of have to pull it away from the wall and sort of
Yeah.
put it on the floor and you turn it over. It's a bit weird.
Nothing-
The thing's just kind of all cramped in on itself. You can't really,
Yeah.
without carrying it out and letting it thaw out, you couldn't really give it a good full examination. You poke in pockets and as much as you can, as much as you can do, and then you realise it's probably isn't it's a servant. as far as you
Not
can.
not someone of significance, as we can tell.
You don't.
Oh,
think so.
we'll leave. Yeah,
The
we'll
way
leave it in
it's
there so it doesn't
dressed
start
and all the
decaying.
rest of it. You can't even really tell much about sex and stuff. It's
Mm.
you think it's possibly a female, but you don't. You're not 100% sure.
Well, if we leave it in there, it won't start smelling. So we'll.
No,
Yeah.
that's
So
it.
we will close the door
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
leave.
All right, we have another door up top to check.
We have another door. Yeah.
Mm. I've got a bad sense from behind this door.
Do you? Shaggy! Are you still guarding down there?
No, I'm not gardening.
It's Shaggy's question time.
Yeah.
Radio 4.
Hello, and welcome to Shaggy's Question Time. You want to know where I keep my? Oh.
I've got black spot on me golden rod. How do you get rid of it?
With a bit of spit and polish.
Hmm.
Hey, oh, JL's just been swallowed.
The wall's got me. Ah.
Yes, my apologies. I got the wrong tool on.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Found that Delilah trick where she became part of the wall for
Yeah.
a round or two. I still can't quite believe that worked.
Well,
Hmm.
yeah.
Eaten by the fog of war.
Why wouldn't it work? That's the beauty of
Well, I thought they'd detect me.
Okay.
I'm getting a bad sense from this corridor. You said, is that?
Yeah, you're getting a vibe from it. You can't put your finger on it. You don't think there's any. You stand there and you're looking at it, but you just get this vibe. You can't think what it might be. It's not that you can see something particular. It's just something's niggling at you.
Who's our stealth guy? Let's send them forward.
I haven't got anything I can use that would.
You know how you have those primary list of you have the fighter, the rogue, the wizard, the cleric. That's the classic 4-part party, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know where but you don't have those other things because those other things are completely different, and that and you can then start bringing in other whatever. Well, we're not going to have any of the regular archetypes. We'll just have those other guys. And that's what you are.
Yeah,
and it's kind of fun actually because it means a lot of the archetypal stuff is just gone.
Yeah.
Just do things differently. Let's get Varro to stand at the front now. Maybe we won't get Varro to stand at the front actually because it turns out he's rubbish at it.
She'll take
stealth of walking down there while strumming a lute isn't such a clever thing after all.
Exactly. Yeah. Varro stands there and goes.
They're starting to get suspicious.
Whereas JL, who is of course a ranger, but that range appears to be, as far as you can tell, cities, and especially somewhat disreputable back alleys of cities, because she seems to be much more at home in those kind of places.
She's an urban cowboy.
She very much seems to be. It's quite strange,
With a bit of magic thrown in.
Favoured enemy, common thief. It's
Favorite enemy, party clowns.
Atlas party clowns.
Favourite weapon, bowl of custard.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah. Once it turns, there's no other use for it.
Surely bowl of mayonnaise nowadays, but
Well, yeah. It's become such a meme, isn't it?
All right, which of you yahoos is going to look around the corner?
She's gonna slowly step forward and see what happens.
You don't want to go down this corridor.
Yes.
You really don't.
She's like, nope.
Don't want to go down here. this is the wrong way to go. In fact,
Sense of forebodings.
yeah, there really is a strong sense of foreboding. In fact, actually, do me a favour and make a will save, will you?
Will, which is that? Wisdom, Constitution.
Yes.
It will be wisdom. Yes,
Wisdom.
a wisdom save.
Ooh, nice. Oh no. What?
Oh no. Ooh.
A D20?
That's
Oh,
fancy.
Yeah. Hey, I did one of those earlier. Cool.
Okay. You see, she walks forward and she gets to a certain point. She hunches. You're all kind of watching her. She just sort of hunches up, and then she literally walks backwards out. She just sort of skitters backwards. Back into
I thought it was the 20 on the dice that rolled, and it on the rolled icon, and then apparently it wasn't that at all. Okay, yeah, so
It
yeah,
feels a lot more comfortable to be not through that door.
I'm closing the door. She closes the door as well.
Okay, the door is closed.
What's the problem? What's the
Whoa,
problem,
whoa.
Jay?
Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like it down there. No, that's not good. No, that's corridor. No.
I wonder if.
Bad.
You know,
Okay, so
there could be some sort of forbidding thing trying to keep us away from the good stuff.
yeah.
It could well be.
Well, it's either JL's finely tuned senses have picked up on something nasty.
Yep.
Or there's some magical effect having a go at her. Now, since I don't have JL's finely tuned senses for something nasty, if I go and try and walk down the corridor and nothing happens, then we can work this out. Okay, so
I'll back you up, Vero.
Vera's going to go over, open the door.
A slight poof, and then a slight a couple of bits of rag fly out the corridor.
Everyone loves
It's-
summer apart from the hay fever, all right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Vero, you can understand what she's saying. It's really kind of, it's something really foreboding about that corridor. Now you're stood here. Now you're stood right by it. It just is that it is. I mean,
Some
on the
sort
surface of it is lit the same and it looks the same, but it doesn't feel it to you. It just feels really, really like not a good place to go. You don't want to go down there. You're having to really sort of force yourself forward.
Does Lovelore think that too? I'm right behind him.
Lovelaw's stood behind Varro, and Lovelaw's not really feeling that.
Okay.
But Varro is stood there, about to go through the door.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Push forward, Varro.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a go.
Okay.
I mean, not that my will save is going to be is particularly good, but hey, I might roll one.
All right. So make
That's
a
a good
wisdom
point.
saving throw for me then.
I should have used my luck charm, shouldn't I?
Outside the door?
Okay, so
Or is he in the corridor?
He does exactly the same thing. He steps he steps forward a couple of paces, and then he stops and he hunches, and then he does exactly the same. He backs up out, and literally he looks forward and he backs up, and he's got this look on his face when he comes. He turns and looks at you, Lovelock, and he kind of bumps into you, and he looks at you, and he's got this look of genuine fear on his face, and you realise that JL did as well, and you're like, what's going on here?
I like it down there. Not good.
No.
Yes, it's the corridor of nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Shaggy. Fall in.
All right.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, so you get to there, and you feel it too, Lovelore. I mean, you were like, nah, come on. But then as soon as you step forward into that slot, just as literally as you're about to pass through that doorway, you're like, whoa, this is really, it's really fearful. It's quite strange. So, you stepping forward into the corridor?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't step, run!
Wisdom
Ready
save.
to roll?
You can't run. You can't run. You have to sort of plod forward. I mean, just as bad as that, you feel it. I mean, you're like, okay,
put it in jail.
these guys are onto
this
something,
sucks.
and you're straight back out of there.
Yeah. No, that's
So, John,
no.
now that I've stepped away, has the fear gone away?
There's a residual feeling of I don't want to go down there. But where you're stood, you don't feel fearful. You think you're fine as long as you don't go through that door.
Yeah.
I'd been
Sense of
to a degree,
when
isn't
you
it?
get to the door. But then as you went down the corridor, that was the point at which the fear really kicked into you.
Mm.
Yep.
Shaggy, could you send Monty down? As a construct, Monty should be immune to fear.
Like it.
Just have him peek around the corner just to see what's going on.
One moment. Is fear a charmed effect?
Fear is a charm. It falls under the charm school, I believe. Yes.
Then Monty has conditioned immunities of charmed, exhaustion, and poisoned.
Mm.
Well, now conditions.
Fear is a spell.
It's a different condition.
It's an illusion, and the effect is that you are frightened. Is Monty immune to being frightened?
No.
Okay.
Really? How weird.
You think you would as a construct?
Yeah.
You kind of really would, yeah.
I'll try. I go to step over the threshold of the door.
Okay. So
Monty.
You're getting exactly the same vibe that they were all describing. Literally, as you so it's literally as you kind of get to the door itself. That's the point at which you look down the corridor. You just think, I just don't want to go down there. Initially, there's this feeling of I just don't want to. I don't want to go down there. It's not, it's not terrible. It's not like the genuine kind of look of fear that they've all had on their faces when they've backed out of there. But for you, it's like, I don't want to go down there. You've got that feeling. You're stepping forward?
Okay. No, I'm going to have a look around the door jamb first. Are there any runes or anything?
Mm.
On the outside of the door jamb?
Outside and inside? If I stick a mirror through?
Where you're stood, there's nothing. You kind of pick around the door and look, and you're not seeing anything. There's not anything on the inside of the frame or on this wall here that you can see.
Okay. I'll go to step in then.
Okay.
Okay.
That's when it starts really kicking in.
Ooh, there's a save.
Yeah, it's so
Better than us.
It's so powerful. It's so potent. Exactly as they've
But
described.
do I get in enough to have a look at the other side of the door frame?
Make me a perception check at disadvantage.
And couldn't it be an investigation
No,
check?
it has to be a perception check. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
I clicked it a second, so hang on.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, you're sure, you glanced, you're not 100% sure, you think there might be something on the other side of the door frame. On the outside of the door, you think there might be something. But you were so quick on, holy cow, this thing's grabbed me and I don't want to go. You're backing up so rapidly you didn't get a really good look. But you think there's something.
I've got a mirror.
On the kind of outside, yeah?
Yeah. So when I'm stood here in front of the door, I can feel it.
Yep.
And I know because I'm frightened, I don't want to go into it.
That's right.
But can I resist the urge to move away from the door?
Yeah. You don't stood there, you don't have an urge to back away from the door. It's just you're fearful and you're looking down there.
Okay. So I get a mirror.
Yep.
I think JL just said that she's got one.
Pass him a mirror.
Yep.
Okay. In actual fact, I don't even think I need to do that. Hang on one moment.
Can extend the pseudopod out with an eye on it. And...
Right. I've got a hand axe. Oh, yes, I can. But it wouldn't work. Okay, so I got a hand axe, and it's like a new hand axe, so it's not blackened or anything like that. So if Anthony was to hold up his hand axe, it would look silvery. Can I stick that through and then use that as a mirror?
You can use a mirror. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, okay.
Okay, so we'll use a mirror and we'll stick it through.
Why are you using a hand axe rather than a mirror?
Because if I can see that it's definitely a rune, I'm going to scratch the fucker with the blade of the hand axe.
Okay. You are an experienced artificer. You know that if there are magical symbols in here, that damaging them sufficiently to remove the magic is not an easy. It's not just a case of. It's not like rubbing out some chalk.
No, but it is possible given time.
Yeah. Okay.
It's either that or if I show if. It's either that or if anyone has disabled magic, if I can show them roughly where the rune is by using the mirror, etc., maybe we can cast that to disrupt the magics, which might then drop the thingy. But I thought that maybe just going for the axe.
Okay.
Save a bit of time.
We got one magic user here.
Okay, I stepped away from the door to let Monty to go in because we thought he was going to. I haven't tried going in yet. I'm going to try going in.
All right.
Yeah, I move out of the way, so.
Yep, that's cool. By the way, Shaggy, you do get to poke your mirror in and just have a quick look. But even doing that, kind of the effect sort of feeds back on you somewhat. But you do have more of a look, and you can see that there are magical symbols embedded in the wall all the way around. You don't think they're going to be trivially easy to remove. You think you would need to cause large amounts of damage, which is going to be difficult because you would need to target that space. Okay, Megan, you're feeling it.
Yeah.
You're feeling that,
I'll explain to everyone.
Literally as you get up to the doorway. So it's not in the space, obviously that makes it look like you're 5 feet across. You're not. It's literally as you step up to the doorway, that foreboding hits you. Are you going to start trying to walk down there?
Yep, trying to step in.
Okay, so make me that wisdom save. Of all the people, you would expect you to have good wisdom.
Oh, cruddy.
Nope. You also go, aha! And I straight back.
We've not done well on this, have we?
It's definitely the case that none of you want to go down there now. You're all feeling it. You're all like, no, we don't want to go that way. That is a bad way to go. We don't want to go there.
Yeah. I don't think I get Dispel Magic for another couple of levels, but
The other option is, once again, to send Monty to go take a look. He's a construct.
let's have a break for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, let's just take a quick 5-minute break. That's probably a good idea. And we'll be back in a few minutes. And we're back. Hey.
Whoop.
So, we're struggling to get down that corridor then.
We've got a couple of ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
right. So, which one? Who shall I do it on, Varro or JL?
Well, I'm also wondering is these rooms if they've got an area effect. So, I mean, it only seems to affect us when we step within 5 foot of the door.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it only extends about 5 foot beyond the door.
It may well only.
So I'm wondering about.
I'm going to repeat myself. It's not within 5 feet of the door. It's much closer than that.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm wondering if it's basically a radius. So in other words, if we're feeling that affect this side, does it only extend beyond the door by that much? So in other words, if one of us does a shimmery step or a misty step or something past it to stand down here, down this end, then maybe.
But does that help us? Because the rest of us are still stuck in the room. That person is then on their own.
Yeah, unless you can disable it.
Mm-hmm. Can we take the door off the hinges? Get rid of the door.
It's not on the door. It's on the door.
Monty.
Oh, it's on the door frame. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Cut back, by the way.
Hello, back.
Hello. Okay. So I missed a bit because I was forward and backwards from the kitchen. So have we got a plan? I heard Megan was just saying about a misty step. Anything else?
I could use bardic inspiration on someone to give them a bonus to their saving throw,
We could still send Monty.
and then they might be able to go through and really beat up on this symbol on the other side of the door.
We can try Monty.
Monty might be able to, Monty might pass his saving throw.
Yeah.
And again, instruct him to destroy this door frame.
Yeah. It's a stone door frame, isn't it? To go with the stone door with the metal inside it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not going to be easy.
Have we got anyone that can cast a stone affecting
No,
effect?
not me.
Nope.
No, they're high level magic.
There's one last thing we could do.
Yeah.
Basically, we could pick Lovelore up, force him through the door as he's trying to claw his way back in to the room. We
Fair
hold him out there. No, you're staying out there. Damage the side. Just hold him there.
Basically, just pick him up and throw him through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Or we get Shaggy to go into his bucket, and then we just throw the bucket, Shaggy and all, through the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's worth saying at this point that for all of you, you discuss these things, but literally as you're talking about doing them, you feel within yourself how even the act of pushing someone else through would actually be very difficult for you as individuals. Having experienced that fear, the idea even of forcing someone else through, kind of that fear just comes back. It's sort of tickling at the back of your head like it's still sitting there.
You went Monty?
Not
I wouldn't
Monty
doubt.
has not had the experience.
Shadow walk through.
Well, I don't know. John might not. Would you allow us to do like a misty step or to the corner, or
Who
not,
wants to do a misty step?
or starlight step?
I'm quite happy to do a starlight step.
What's the difference between a starlight step and a misty step?
Our setting.
Visual effect. They look different.
Okay. I was just checking because I'd not heard it called a starlight step before, but that's okay.
A species astral specific.
Part of the race ability.
Yeah.
As a bonus action, you can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. You can use this feature 3 times per long rest.
Mm-hmm. So, who is thinking about doing that, Megan?
Yeah, I'm happy to do it.
Okay. You walk up
If
to the
necessary.
door and you look down the corridor, and the idea of being at the other end of that corridor grips you with an absolute agonising fear.
Well, she doesn't have to walk up to the door. She could stand over here.
You have to be in line of it, though, don't you?
Yes.
Come on.
But doesn't
Megan,
mean you can't
you go and stand
here.
in the corner here, and you look down that corridor, and as soon as you look down the corridor and see that target at the end of it, where you're going to transport yourself to, you are gripped by an almost primeval fear, and you just can't bring yourself to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So she's already made the saving throw, or failed the saving throw. If I use an inspiration, a bardic inspiration, would that give her another go at the saving throw?
Okay. No, I haven't. Okay, I was trying to do this narratively, and that's bad because what
I know.
you guys start poking at the rules. No, it's okay.
Oh,
This is
You guys start
magical
poking at the
effect.
rules. You're all frightened.
Okay. What about? Can I just ask a question?
Yes. Of course.
Does the door open into the corridor or into the room?
The door opens into the corridor.
Into the corridor.
Yes.
So we can't even close the door.
Not really. No.
No. Right. Okay. Okay. Then back over to yourself and Pete.
Right.
I was thinking if I could close the door, maybe we could reset the effects.
No, so what I was going to say was,
Good thought.
yes, I understand narratively
Yeah.
what you're talking about. As characters, we know, we feel the fear.
Mhm.
The fear is definitely there. However, we also know that it's a magical effect.
You do.
Now, that's not enough to counter it, but it is enough for us to think about it,
Yes.
to think
Correct.
of ways around
That's
this
perfectly
magical.
valid. Yes.
That's what I'm trying to. That's
Can
what
I
I'm trying to role
strengthen
play.
my mind
Trying to
against
basic.
this fear is basically what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
know that this is not logical. It's not real. Well, it's very real to us, but it's not.
It feels
Yeah.
very real, but
Yeah.
we equally know.
We
If-
know that we could cast if we had like a remove fear spell, we could cast that and it would probably go away.
So, Shaggy, you've just
I don't
moved,
freaking know that.
you just moved Monty up to the doorway.
So I say to Monty, "Hello, old bean. Can you try and go through the doorway? And if you do manage to get across, can you snarl the living shit out of the door frame for me on one of these runes?" And I show him using the mirror. And he goes, and then tries to walk in through the door.
Okay. So, he starts to step forward, and you're expecting that the magical fear effect is not going to have any effect on him because he is a construct. But what's interesting is sort of as he starts to, he's got this slightly jerky way of moving, and his first leg comes up and he sort of sticks it forward through the door, and an alarm bell rings in your mind straight away as he does this. You're looking down at his leg, and immediately you're like, there's an alarm bell going. Can you make an Arcana check for me, please?
Arcana.
Okay. You notice as his first leg comes forward, these little curlicues of almost like ball lightning sort of forming on his it's functionally it looks like a paw, but it's the kind of foot part of the metal part of his leg. You see these little curlicues, and you immediately go, stop, and he stops, back, and he just withdraws his paw and he scuttles backwards, just a kind of hop and a step, and you recognise that was some kind of lightning effect, and you think that because he is a construct, that probably whoever devised this has thought about it, and you think he was just about to get dosed with a lightning bolt. Your big concern then being, where else was the lightning bolt going to go?
Yeah. I would have gotten it. Yeah.
There's this. You can.
That's all right. I'm round the other side of the door.
There's this distinct smell of ozone in the air. You can all smell, and there's kind of you notice for some of you this if you that stood close, Megan and Vara, you notice that the hairs have come up, kind of on your arms.
Okay.
And there's this kind of there's this particular stink in the air.
I'll bring him over to behind, and whilst he comes past, I just lay my hand on him and cast mending on him just in case.
He's not damaged.
No, but I feel safe for doing it. It is a cantrip, so
Yeah.
okay. Good
You lay
lad.
your hand on
Never
him
mind.
and kind of mentally you check out his workings with your magic. Just
It was a
still intact.
good try. Okay, so Monty's not going through.
Let's go. Let's go somewhere else.
Gerald touches him in
I
a
think
head.
that's it. I think we can go somewhere else, to be honest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Through this.
We've got
We all failed our saving throw. We're done.
So can
maybe come back to that in the future.
Maybe.
Can we not try? I know you guys have already discussed trying again with a harder difficulty, haven't you?
We tried doing it again with Bardic Inspiration, but that's apparently not going to work. So
Yep. Let's move.
Let's move on. Let's go. How about we go down these stairs?
Yeah, so wander downstairs.
Let's do that.
Where did these come out then?
Somewhere we haven't been before.
Indeed.
Somewhere you've not been before.
So where is that somewhere? Did we check the corpse in the freezer room to see if he had scrolls, magic items, armor?
Yeah, we did have a look out. Or it's a look out.
Yeah.
Did he have any frozen fish fillets?
Not that we saw. There's some meat hanging in the core room.
Yep.
Might have been some in the room.
The only other staircase we've not been down yet is the one in this corridor, isn't it? We've not been down there yet either.
And that one, we've not been. I'm not sure if it's down or up, but there's this one here. Why is that not pinging? There we go.
Nothing pings for me.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Or did we? No, was that the one that went down to the dungeon?
Oh, that one, yeah, I think that was the one down to the wine cellar and the water.
Don't forget, we haven't done this one or this cave. The
those are outside
level.
entrances, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So we've not found where those go to.
You've moved yourself. Thank you. That's
Yeah.
made my life a bit easier. I was just about to grab you. You're like, I've seen where I'm going. That's okay.
Yeah, if I saw something that appeared, so I was like, yes.
Yeah. That's okay then.
One thing she does do when she's doing exploring, she tends to put her tail out a bit more straight, so you can see where you can see where she is. If she's kind of leaning forward, her tail sticking out behind, she kind of covers more distance, so you can see where she's. You can see where she is.
John.
Yeah. Barrow's walking behind JL. Megan's very close.
Yeah.
Well,
Those two ladies are inseparable.
Oh, she Megan bought me a very lovely hat, so she's very keen on that. Tiefling fashion is
square. It's really not a
hard
problem.
to find.
Does that have holes in it for the horns?
Yes.
No, it's jaunty enough that it fits either side, surely.
Oh,
Oh, we watched Spaceballs the weekend with Oscar, so...
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Ludicrous.
Been
video.
jammed.
Blood! Yes, we're being jammed.
No foreboding down this corridor at all.
Nope. Just need to check something. Just bear with me if
I
you...
wander down.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
Wander towards. Yes, I'll slowly walk towards the door, keeping an eye out.
Okay.
I put Love Lore down there now. Right, like there.
I'll wait for everyone to
See around.
to join us.
I like that Megan is now mega.
Yeah.
Monty.
Monty.
Just need to make room for Shaq. Megan? You going forward or you want me to step in front of you?
go forward.
All right.
Right, we're all there.
I'll give the door See if the door.
Here comes the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Straight down the corridor. How perfect would
Yeah.
it be? And perfect meaning
You found-
not perfect for the party,
You
obviously.
found the giant piston trap.
Oh, just a big ass trebuchet.
Well, isn't that the used next tomorrow that have got that?
Manned by street urchins.
All right.
Yes.
Before you go in the room, JL.
Oh.
Before you go in the room.
Describe.
Something
Flavor test.
something bad has happened in here.
Oh dear.
Something really kind of oh dear bad. It's sort of strewn around the room are remnants, perhaps, of bodies or something. You're not entirely sure. There's just sort of bits. There's odd bits, splinters of bone, perhaps splinters of what might once have been flesh, dried out to nothing. But carpeted liberally across the floor and sort of sprayed up the walls is dried, ancient, dried blood. You think this once would have been some kind of perhaps thoroughfare or something, it being two doors either side, and perhaps given where you've come from, the upstairs with the grand hall, perhaps people would have used this as a staging area for taking things upstairs. It's not entirely sure, but whatever it is, it's an ancient and really kind of awful feeling just to be in here with this sort of ancient death sort of smeared across the floor and walls.
This is unpleasant more than foreboding like the other one.
Yeah, no. You're not fearful of it. You're looking at it and it's like, yeah.
Glad you've not eaten in a while.
Well, there is a question of are we going to get attacked by undead if we go into that room?
There is that.
There have been rooms with skeletons and skulls and things before.
Yeah, well, I guess there's not any way to know. Well, she peeked her head in and seen the doors either side, so she's going to say left
There's
or...
not enough material for it to be skeletons. There's just not enough stuff in here for there to be something physical that would attack you. But obviously you already have the experience of being attacked by
Yeah.
but you have
Floating
opened the door
skull.
and looked in and nothing's happened so far.
The things, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are there intact skulls in here?
No. That's what I'm saying. They're literally just a few remnants.
Bits.
It's bits.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shattered
Then.
bits of bone. There's not even, there isn't even bits of something. It's almost like,
Okay.
there was more body parts in here, but they've kind of gone. It's not entirely sure. It's not entirely clear.
Like someone's gone.
Yeah.
All right, well, left. She said left or right.
I would go right. See if we can connect up with that exterior cave. Might be useful if we can.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Take a deep breath, and then kind of walk, then head in.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Have a quick look around. While she's heading that way. In case anything springs to jumps out. I say. Literally and figuratively.
But nothing. You don't see anything. Nothing happens. Opening the door.
She might do the thaumaturgy again and take a step back and do it.
Thaumaturgy
Okay,
to open. No problem.
Yeah.
That would open both doors, wouldn't it?
No, because it says a door. So
All locked windows and doors. All unlocked windows and doors.
Close an unlocked door window. Yeah, I guess I could. Well, I could do behinds as well, but
Not. I don't think it unlocks all doors and windows in range.
no, just
Not
one.
like an area effect.
Yeah,
That is a shame.
Mass
Yeah.
thaumaturgy.
yeah.
Just walk into an inn.
One
I have
spell,
arrived.
not a cantrip.
Boom! All the doors and windows open.
Yeah.
Oh, she would definitely use it for that.
In fact, it would be a great one to just sort of wind people up in places, wouldn't it? Sneak
Yeah.
in, cast it in the corner, and then boom. Yeah, especially in a rainstorm.
As an urban ranger, she could just walk down the street going. Pew, pew.
Yeah. I love that idea. All this stuff is fitting together so well. Your preferred terrain is urban. There's no question. It's got to be. Sure.
I think she gets. I think she gets to pick a new one at level 6.
Pick one now. Just change the one that you've got. It's got to be that one, surely.
Okay, yeah, we'll go for that instead of coastal because it's not really done much for coastal.
There's not much coastal going on in space. I suppose.
No. Okay.
Favorite
Okay,
enemy.
you
crabs.
urban socialite. Let's get cracking.
Still, wave everybody through.
Okay.
You must, as a ranger, you must be able to pick space. Space should be a ranger.
I guess it wasn't in there, but I guess the Wildspace thing came later. But yeah, it's not mentioned in the.
Yeah,
you would think
say Wildspace itself, but I don't suppose there's any reason why not.
No. I mean, it's got its own ecology and all things going.
It doesn't give you any. It doesn't give you any massive advantages other than you can't get lost if you've been traveling in that area for an hour.
Basically, you can see the stars, so you navigate by the stars.
You find more food when you're foraging. It doesn't count as difficult terrain if you've been moving in there for an hour.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot. It doesn't really make a lot of difference.
Huge, yeah.
I think as you would do in a typical world, if your DM, if you were like a coastal guy, and you grew up in a continent that was, a certain type, and then you moved to a jungly area, you'd still get bonuses, but your DM might feel free to say this is not exactly how you grew up. So, your piece of wild space might be different than if we jump somewhere else in wild space.
Yeah.
So you can see how a DM could work with it.
She's not really,
but it's a really shitty class talent anyway. I mean, you don't want to think of reasons to make it worse.
No.
I mean, she did
worse. I think that's fair enough to say that a particular area of space works, and maybe sometimes this is exactly like you would, so you give a few bonuses as well. But that's just you playing with it a little bit as a DM and allowing a bit of attitude.
Before she joined this ship, she'd not been in space before. Apart from a couple of little hops to local places, she's not really done any traveling.
Probably shouldn't have.
So to me, that's to me why urban makes so much sense for the character. It just does.
Megan, are we moving up or what?
And she knows
the
city.
She is a city dweller.
She can tread lightly through the city streets. That's how it feels to me. I mean, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. But
no, she likes that.
Right to me,
Yeah, I like that.
She's an urban fox.
She is.
She is indeed that.
We do see a lot of urban foxes here actually, and I saw a couple of urban badgers the other night, which was quite nice.
Urban badgers.
Wow.
Yeah, they both two badgers crossed the road in front of me.
After the 8 badgers had walked past, did a couple of mushrooms go past?
No.
And a big snake.
Snake!
No.
Oh, it's a big snake!
I might have it on my dash cam footage actually. I'll have to go and dig that out. Yeah.
I took the dog for a walk a couple of weeks ago, and then we were walking down a lane, and there was a fox. And
it was at 2:30 in the morning there.
This was about 7 a.m., 7:30, something like that. And he looked. He wasn't that. He didn't give a fig about the fox. Because he was far more fixated on the rabbit that was between him and the fox. And the fox looked at the spaniel and looked at the rabbit looked at the spaniel, looked at the fox and went, "Oh, I'm in trouble." And then bolted across a field. And the fox went, "I'll go over there because it's much safer." And the spaniel just went like he does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come on.
Right. So
down the corridor.
Down the corridor, JL.
I'm gonna peek around the corner.
I'm phasing out, guys. I'm phasing out.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm guessing from the eyebrow twitches that John's saying
Stop.
basically, go on, keep moving.
Yeah.
Stop. No,
Nope.
keep going.
Oh,
Now you're buggered.
Yeah, gotta have some fun sometimes. Right. Opening the door?
Yeah, let's open the door.
Righto.
And before we go into that, was the corridor covered in the same mess that was in that room, or was this more like normal?
No, it wasn't. There was not mess. So that was quite interesting. There wasn't really any mess down this end of the room. There was some down here, though. You think maybe there was more through that door?
Okay, so just a cleaner way to
There
come
isn't any this way.
Okay,
You've come
this
down
is
here,
good.
you've had a
Fair
little
enough.
quick look. You've opened the door in here. Yeah. I mean, this looks like it was a. It looks like it was a storeroom. There's kind of crates and boxes. There's still stuff in here, and stacked around.
Let's have a look in the storeroom, see if we can find any goodies.
Okay. You're going to start turning over crates and boxes and having a look, seeing if there's things in here.
Yeah, I'll call everybody up to say we've got some rummaging to be done.
Okay. All right. Everybody joining in.
Waiting for
We're
Vera.
going to start opening some boxes up and having a look.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll assist whoever's got a really good search roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this all seems to be mostly. Well, no. I mean, you can literally just prise crates open and have a look.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, that's what you're going to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to prise them open because they're all sort of. I mean, most of them are now shut. There are some that are open, but there's a few that are open. But mostly they are big crates and they're now
Got a
shut.
crowbar with me, so.
Yes, exactly. Now, some of these, there are a couple of very big crates that have got like what look like sort of bits of furniture. In one, there is this beautiful upholstered chair, which you think actually, if you could get it out of here, would probably be worth a few quid. It's kind of like a lounging chair, and it's in perfect condition. In this crate, there's just no practical way for you to get it out of here. That's the issue. But there's lots and lots of domestic things in here. There are boxes of candles, and there are candle holders. Not nice quality stuff, but fairly conventional. This seems
Is there
to
any
be,
4 candles in there?
There's more than 4 candles. Okay. So you're looking for it literally is it's like it's a domestic store. At least that's what it looks like. You find a crate full of things like polishing cloths and what look like some rubbing things for cleaning, and it's just a broad variety of things. None of it particularly portable, the kind of portable wealth that you would want, but certainly from your perspective, interesting nonetheless.
A couple of cleaning cloths, I think.
Yeah, the styles of these things are strange. If there's anything sort of domestic that you think you would want, then almost certainly you can find it in a crate here.
Yeah.
As I say, the largest crate, which was the one that Lovelock went straight to and went, I'm going to find out what's in here. He's like,
Absolutely.
I can't help but look at this one. It's enormous, like me. And actually, the funny thing is, Lovelock, you pull this chair out, it's in perfect condition, and then you sit in it, and then you kind of keep pulling various crates over and putting them on your knee and prizing them over and looking and things, and then putting them to one side and you're pulling.
It's like Christmas.
And everyone's just sat in this chair, just pulling. It's quite humorous picture that you're all sat there with this big crate open, this huge chair, and this huge man sort of sat. It kind of dwarfs the chair actually, but it is comfortable.
That's funny.
I draw it. Before you
Nice.
like your own quick sketch.
Absolutely. For our history. Well, I see Megan's gone up to the door to open it.
Well, she's keeping an ear out, isn't she? So I've been assuming.
She definitely
Because
is.
you're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm assuming in general you kind of close the doors behind you when you go, by the way, unless somebody tells me otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not like there's radiating through the place that because the doors are open. But you are making quite a lot of noise. you've basically made a right mess in here. You sort of shoved stuff to one side, but there's like packing material everywhere. Like it's kind of straw stuff everywhere, and you've made a right mess. And there's stuff sort of strewn over everything. But
It's still cleaner than that last room we saw.
it was a lot cleaner when you came in here, but it's a lot less clean now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened to the other one.
Varro, there's something that's been niggling you. As you've been helping out with this process, and it's come to you now that what you thought was just kind of various bits of decoration on these crates and stuff, you realise is a language, and it's the same language as the one in that book that you found.
Yeah.
But it isn't something that you could put your finger on and say, this is a language that I can. It's not something you recognise, and you use comprehend languages, but that didn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You think these are all labels. No one else has really noticed, but you think that everything in here is labelled.
All right. I pointed out to the team. Listen at the book. Looks labels or something.
I think that was, isn't it me who did?
That was Varro.
Yeah, I did. Varro
Sorry,
did
Varro. Good.
comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Not Lovelore. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Well spotted, Lovelore.
I'm too busy opening boxes. Never mind.
Hey, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we don't find anything in particular, I'd suggest we move on.
Let's do that.
Okay, you opening that door, Megan?
Yep, happy to.
Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, I'm struggling. For some reason, I'm struggling.
Up.
Further
Steps
down.
further down. Okay.
Up.
No, going down.
I thought those ones said going down.
Well, the arrow points
yeah.
up the stairs, so
Aye.
towards us.
Pointing up.
So that's another section of the basement we have not been to.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, hey, let's go.
Let's poke our heads in.
Do we not want to explore the other side of that other room, or
I don't mind either way.
Over-
Whatever. It's just closest, so whatever people think.
okay? Yeah, let's go down the stairs.
Let's do it.
Let's do the
I
stairs.
have
You're
no
quite
particular,
right.
no particular preference. Just
So,
No,
So as I
we closed the
recall-
doors, so
as I recall, Pete, what you were trying to do was you were trying to find if it joined up with this.
Hmm.
yeah, that wasn't that. That didn't happen, did it?
But
Well, there's the other one to the
hasn't-
north.
No.
Hasn't connected to there, so.
Hmm.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, I think I accidentally moved Shandy.
That's like.
that's all right.
I was banging it
Uh,
across the pan and accidentally moved the token.
Yeah. This is,
Okay.
Yeah, neither
like-
can you.
JL's gone down the stairs.
I have.
Definitely.
Hang on, just before
Yes.
before we do that, let me just go to here.
Yeah, we've not joined up with the other cave either.
yeah, can do.
Not don't bother if you don't want to.
No.
Oh, we have to zoom out to
Gotta
see
move over to
John's
the-
got a draw.
I'll move over to the other map now when John draws in the space.
I'm looking. I can't see nothing. Nothing, I say.
Is Lovelore over there? Can we see Lovelore? Because there's a random Lovelore floating in the middle of nowhere. I just discovered on the map.
I can't see anything.
I've deleted the random Lovelore. It's fine.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
having the plus button earlier.
Probably so.
Just making sure I can still appear over the top of stuff.
Yeah.
If I get myself dropped in the middle of nowhere, then I can still pull myself up.
No, it's a good way of representing the multiple
There it
multiple levels of stuff, though, isn't it? Not having to be changing.
I've
changing-
Yeah.
Okay.
I found the new staircase.
Very good. All right, let's join our buddies.
Yeah.
That's my intention
I got
too,
it
John.
Too far. Hello.
There you go. All right.
There. And I'll wait for the next thingy to be opened up.
Sounds
I'm
good.
Carrying up the rear.
It look normal,
So-
this door? Same
But
as
you're taking out the rear, you say?
Normal door, yeah. It's like all the other doors. They had a job long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give it a... Just so we didn't find a store them in that room.
That's
Yeah,
true,
I'm
actually.
Monty's
The box
having
should
a
have been
reach
open.
around
16
hug
doors.
Christine.
It would have been during the building, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right. Let's have a look at size. Are you opening the door, JL?
Yep. Give it a push open.
Open that
Oh,
door.
bother. Sorry, let me try that again.
Open that
Right.
to me.
Have a look inside.
You go to step through, but you get this overwhelming sensation of fear.
Yeah. Overwhelming sensation of needing to pee.
You take another step inside. You get this overwhelming sensation of dark, soft, warm fluids emanating from your back passage.
Oh, God.
Sort of over in the corner, the room is mostly... The room is otherwise empty, but over in the far corner on the right-hand side is a dustpan and brush sort of leaning against the wall. Like one of those long ones
Yeah.
you'd have on a pole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And a brush.
Do,
It's odd that it's the only thing in this room. Can you tell if this is magical or something? Or this is just someone's randomly left.
Suspicion.
Just
must be suspicious.
don't take it.
Construct that will come to life and wail on me.
Yes.
That's it. Don't take your axe.
Perhaps
Don't
it's
take
a
your axe
dustpan
to
and
the
brush
broom.
mimic that will come to life and eat my face.
Yes,
We
exactly.
need to take it with us. It could be magical. It could clean the ship up for us.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We're out on adventures.
It's just a dustpan and brush.
It's for the rest, fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's something else. But who knows? Okay.
Pop it open.
Okay.
Oh,
So there
Is there anything in the dustpan?
Yes, there is.
dust.
Just a key.
There's a load
No.
of muck in there that's been swept up from somewhere. Various bits of
Yep.
chunks and bits of things. Looks like some little bits of glass are in there. You are curious, so you turn it and you tip it out on the floor and just let it sort of skit across the floor. And you pick through it with a brush without having to touch anything, just hold the dustpan with the brush. I don't think there's anything of any value, but it looks like something glass has been cleaned up with it, swept up with it. Not exactly sure
Okay.
what.
But nothing else in this room at all.
No.
Interesting. All right. Well, nothing. All right.
By
We'll
nature
carry
of
on
this
then.
place, it just sort of weighs on you like the tomb. It feels like
Mm.
it feels like very tomb-like this place in many respects.
Yeah. It's just very. Yeah, lives just cut short.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get the impression there's other three that are in suspension haven't really been. We'd have thought we'd have seen a bit more disturbance possibly than if they'd been out through and had a look around in various places.
Well, obviously we think they crashed in
Yeah.
through the roof. They may not have got this far.
No, true. Because the other skulls and the glowy things were still there, weren't they?
Yeah.
Perhaps open this door then.
Let's put it this way: I think the guys. Not sure the guys in suspension would have cleaned up after themselves.
Fair enough.
You certainly wouldn't.
No.
It's T-junction.
You know, finish your chores before you go to bed.
Yeah. I'll have a wander in and have a look pick my head around and
Okay.
see what we've got.
Clean up that.
I could put all that debris in one big crate. And,
Oh.
We should have a doorway.
Yeah, and that's an interesting. That does not look like a worked stone
No,
entrance to the.
no, there's definitely some collapsed stone down there that you can see
Yeah.
from here.
It
But as you
looks like a good quality smoking pipe.
Yeah, it does a bit. See, which way do you want to go?
But as you get... No, come on. But as you... Are you going to sneak down there and just look around the corner?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you are as well.
Sneaky.
You realise
Yeah, it's all blocked
it's
off.
a ruined... There must have been a corridor or something down there, but it's just ruined now. And
Okay.
Yeah, we do. I mean, that's getting to the edge of the island. So yeah.
Busted up down there. Onward.
Okay. We're going to leave it there tonight.
Very good.
Yeah, we actually covered quite a lot of ground, I think.
You did. Once you've
Yeah.
got free
There.
of the various things, I think you've certainly opened up a lot of the map
Yeah.
and got moving on a lot of things. So that's good. That's good. That's good to see.
Does that add to our encounter list? Because we didn't really combat anything. We did a lot of kind of environmental explorations, or was that?
Yeah, well, I don't know what number are we on for.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
Oh, have you not been keeping a note
It's on the front page.
on the front
Oh
page?
yeah, but we're not on the front page.
Well, yes.
There's no front page anymore.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
What I've actually been thinking is that I should create a DM note,
Okay.
which is that basically says what the encounters are. So let's put that in here, and I believe it is 4 of 7.
Okay.
No,
Does that sound right to you?
4 of 7.
that's
Probably,
wrong.
probably not far off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bugged that up.
So that's in the public DM notes in the campaign now. Obviously, we're not seeing it, unfortunately, on our screens here. But
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
so I think we'll say a quick goodbye to our viewers, and we'll see them again soon. Bye now.
Mm.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Oh,
bye, view.